a not too distant future, somewhere in time and space. Mike Nelson and his robot pals are caught in an endless chase, pursued by a woman whose name is Pearl, an evil gal who wants to rule the world. She threw a few things in her purse, and in her rocket ship she hunts him all across the universe.
I'll send him cheesy movies, the worst I can find. He'll have to sit and watch them all, and I'll monitor his mind.
Now keep in mind, Mike can't control where the movies begin or end. He'll try to keep his sanity with the help of his robot friends.
Robot roll call camera.
You're on.
Gypsy. Tom Servo.
Check me out.
Crew.
I'm everything.
If you're wondering how he eats and breathes and other science facts, just repeat to yourself it's just a show. You should really just relax. For Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Oh, hi everyone, Mike Nelson here on the Satellite of Love. You know, recently Tom Servo acquired this coat from a catalog, and it was comfort rated to 20 below or something. Anyway, now Tom Servo's really excited about comfort rating.
10 below, Mike.
And he's comfort rating everything on the ship, so...
15 above, Mike.
frankly, I think it's just another case of Tom Servo carrying something to a ridiculous extreme. I mean...
Oh, is that what you think, Mike?
Well, now look, you're wearing baloney.
And now you're suggesting baloney has no insulating properties?
Well, I don't know,
Look,
but I
it's
can't...
really cold, you're nude, and all you have is some baloney, and you refuse to wear it because it's absurd. That's really sad, Mike.
Okay, fine. Go ahead. Comfort rate the baloney.
I think I will. Christmas in the Hamptons. A family ski weekend at Breckenridge. A fire. Wind. This cozy baloney is comfort rated to 25 below.
Hey, Servo. You told me this crowbar was comfort rated to 15 below, and it's just a little chilly in my room, and it's not doing the trick even for that.
Well, okay, I admit it. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm pulling these comfort ratings out of thin air. Thin air, I tell you.
It's okay. It's all right.
Hey, Mike, you're pretty comfortable. Mind if I,
Fine. Go ahead. Comfort rate me.
This 100% breathable, waterproof, Mike, surround me a little more, will you, Mike? Will help you stay toasty. Comfort rated to 10 below. Available in taupe, mauve, trestle, wall, staunch, cheese, tape, fold,
Tape? We'll be right back.
flank, stew. And it's also available in blink, pant, tense, think, paw.
How about twerp? Can I get it in twerp?
Twerp's on back order right now. Should be about 4 to 36 weeks.
Great.
Hey, those brain guys are calling.
Greetings, you whose bodies are the leaves of your lesser beings.
Waiter! Waiter!
Where were we? Yes, refresh at once. It has come to our attention that you reached
Hi,
the apex
are you my
of...
waiter? Good, because there's not enough Parmesan on my clams casino, and my nutritionist specifically said that I
That's
should
it.
have plenty.
We've had it. You are no longer needed in your corporeal form.
You ought to be dissected and displayed in our museum.
The hell?
First, you will obey our command.
What? Me? Fight Bobo to the death? I will do no such. Strong. Can't.
You shall use the traditional weapons of our land. You, the deadly double-bladed karanku. And you, ape, the sea snail.
Sea snail.
Must kill a companion. No.
And now, losers in the sky, you too shall obey our psychic command.
Huh? I'm not getting anything. Are you?
Nope, not a thing.
No.
Let me help you, observer.
My sea snail!
Tell you what, why don't I just come up here? There, that'll do the trick, I think.
Whoa!
Stop. What? No? No, I can't. I don't.
Wait, I'm getting something. It sounds like
Okay,
write him,
Ignite him.
Night him,
Delight
right,
him, light him,
contrite, requite,
Cite him.
Vegemite.
Cite him.
It's a Vegemite.
Oh, I'm getting
not
Vegemite.
Vegemite.
That's a tough
For the love of. But,
What are you doing? Touch him very wimpy like.
Fight? Fight! It's fight! That's what it is! I was getting the wrong. It's wrong.
Normally we don't fight.
Kind of misleading, you know.
Get
Come here, you!
Observe this, you pasty face little.
Yeah, okay, all right, who's next? Yeah, Pearl Forster has got it going on. All right, Nelsorific, your movie today is Terror from the year 5000. Uh-oh, you got a little something. For fun.
Come here, you little
Now, aren't you? Big stuff now, aren't you?
Oh, we got movie time!
Got him.
Cream-faced thing.
Tell the world go away.
Present movie.
It's a hypodermic plane.
Are you sure this is what you want to present, movie?
Surrender, Dorothy.
In the year 1947, man broke through the sound barrier.
They thought they were so cool.
What was I saying? I got distracted by the rocket.
In the year 1958,
Yeah?
man launched the first satellite and pierced the space barrier.
And yet I can't get my pants back by Thursday.
Now, in an isolated area of central Florida, man struggles to penetrate the most imposing barrier of all,
Dames.
the time barrier. Here, Professor Howard Erling, nuclear physicist, probes relentlessly into the future, only to unleash upon the world terror
No.
from the year 5000.
Are you ready for terror?
I've been waiting my whole life to do a Joyce Holden movie.
Dental technicians from the year 5000.
Well, I've been probing relentlessly for hours. I'm grabbing me a juice box.
The terror should be underway any moment now, so if you'll just be patient.
How do you want your burrito, sir?
I realize now I may have oversold the terror at the beginning, and for that, I apologize.
Furnace repairman from the year 5000.
You look like Kraftwerk.
Guys on keyboards back there.
There seems to be some sort of delay on the terror. I'll just go in back and check what the problem is.
How is it?
It's terrifying.
Should be there in a minute.
We have a flavor leak. We're losing flavor, gentlemen.
Oh, they got the Sparkler channel.
Paul Manship's knock-kneed nude.
The shroud of Suzanne Summers.
Professor, look quickly. A woman.
A woman in here? Hide the comic books.
Oh, another statue. For a moment, I thought you
For a
meant
moment, it looked life-size.
just an optical illusion. No doubt a refracted image.
Huh? The Pop-Tarts are done.
Quick, help me shut it off. We pushed the voltage too high.
All this to run the jacuzzi.
Hans Conried and Mike Nichols in altered states.
And right in the middle of my party tape. Damn.
That settles it.
We don't know crap.
No more forced experiments until we get outside verification.
It just hurts too much.
We've been going over the same ground for months now.
And we'll continue to do so until we're thoroughly sure of why this happened.
No, I don't want to.
Not for my money, we won't.
Victor, when you invested your money in this project, I knew it was more for personal than scientific reasons.
Backstory?
But I accepted your help only on condition that I make the decisions.
But Dad...
Look, Professor, I never pretended to be a scientist.
Or an actor.
But I know one thing. My old man didn't get rich waiting for outside verification.
Exposition?
He just plowed ahead and he got results.
I'm sorry, Victor.
I have to spank.
But the kind of results you're after involve too much risk. If you want to withdraw your help...
You know I wouldn't walk out. And you know why.
I need to be pinker and moister.
All right, then. We've got work to do. Let's get busy and try to neutralize that statue.
Let's neutralize the hell out of it.
My first statue neutralization.
Hi, big boy.
Northwest Orient, boom, 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 Airlines.
And the statue embarks on its triumphant world tour.
Hey, there's Hitchcock.
And so you see, Mother, I've been significantly influenced by Cubists. Mummy!
And former sweat hog.
Pile?
Blake, would you come in, please? Did you read this telegram?
Yes, but I can't make heads or tails of it.
Well, there's no need to lash out.
Now listen to this. Do not understand why you have not replied to my letters. You have proof that I am not insane.
Love, Mom.
Please establish date of origin of statue to your own satisfaction. Wire reply immediately. Professor Howard Erling, Spooner Beach, Florida. What statue?
What Florida?
Have we received anything from Professor Erling?
There was a package in the morning's mail. I was just going to open it. Perhaps that's it.
Why must you spew your rage?
Proof that I am not insane.
That's what I need.
He's a museum curator, yet he has starving artist paintings on the wall.
Yeah. Would you stop screaming at me, Miss Blake? God!
Now let's see what we got here.
Fragile.
Oh, tee-hee, oh my. Well, he's a drill sergeant curator.
And give me 20, statue.
How old would you say this is?
It doesn't look old to me. As a matter of fact, it looks new. Brand new.
She needs to deal with her rage.
Really?
Now, why do you suppose Professor Erling would send me a statue that's obviously modern and ask me to establish its date of origin?
Isn't that what you do with that, that
Vacuum cleaner.
carbon-14 thing you're always talking about? Find out how old things are?
Miss Blake, you should know that that carbon-14 thing, as you call it, is only the most advanced method known to mankind for establishing the precise date of origin of archaeological artifacts.
Well, that's what I said. Find out how old things are.
Women equals dumb.
All right, Miss Blake, you have it your way.
I'll have to chase you around the desk now.
What are you going to do with it?
Miss Blake, ever since I studied with Professor Erling, I've been a little afraid of him.
He's a 50-foot cyclops.
He says, establish date of origin of statue.
Just like in WW2.
Well, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Oh, sir, should you?
I'm going to establish the date and stuff.
So now we're in London, Tokyo, whatever.
What, did he lose his bottom half during the war?
I've just been playing Barbies with the statues all night.
Can't be, Minus. It can't be. I must have made a mistake in my calculations.
6 + 1 is 10.
It's minus. It means this statue wasn't made until the year 5200 A.D.
I'm calling General Picasso.
I'll have to storm the beaches at MoMA.
He's trying to figure out the angle of his flat top.
Listen, you she-devil.
Put me down.
I don't know why Erling sent you to me, but this much I do know. You can't exist.
Say?
Not here and not now. Not for another 3,000 years.
I'm just sore, that's all. Sorry.
I can't wait to see the Maplethorpe exhibit.
Dr. Robert had just died today from haircut injuries sustained from a severe flat top.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Hedges.
But I slashed your tires.
Do you have cartoon music playing in your head, too?
Goodness, did you spend the night here?
Nothing happened, and if it did, it was consensual.
Looks like it.
Did you find out how old the statue is?
Oh, sure. According to the eminent Dr. Hedges, renowned expert in the field of dating archaeological objects, that statue was made in the year 5200 A.D.
If man is still a flea.
Really old?
Old? Did you hear me clearly, Miss Blake? I said 5200 A.D., not B.C. By my calculations, that statue doesn't even exist, and it won't exist for another 3,000 years.
Have you been freebasing again, sir?
I know, I sound like I'm a raving drunk even to myself.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
Call the Eastside Testing Laboratories and tell them we're going to send this statue over to them, and we want a metallurgical and chemical analysis right away.
Yes, sir.
I can't hear you, maggot!
Now there is an interesting sample.
Now there's an interesting line read.
Don't know yet.
Remember, when making a dramatic film, be sure to use genuine actors.
But don't let me intrude.
I touched a woman.
Bye, gorgeous.
I detect jolly time.
Hey, that thing's radioactive. It's hot as a firecracker.
Get that bucket of water, quick.
No, that's a bucket of chicken.
I can't swim.
Lead shielding on that thing, and hurry.
I'll just run down to lead shielding hut and take care of that.
I hope you like rock parts.
How dangerous is it?
Well, it's hard to say exactly. My guess is that if you were constantly exposed to it for a week, you'd be a sick man. 2 weeks, you'd be dead.
Yeah, because I was wondering about that extra arm on my back.
This Professor Erling, would he have any reason to want to do harm to you?
Once I wiped a booger on his dashboard.
Suggesting. Well, maybe I've been seeing too much TV.
But Uncle Milty's hot.
Has it ever occurred to you that if you suddenly dropped dead, you'd be the victim of an almost perfect crime?
That's ridiculous. Professor Erling is an old friend of mine.
Well, like they say, with a friend like that, you don't need an enemy.
Drive not ready. Abort, retry, fail.
Did you have any luck on that long-distance call to Professor Erling?
The Spooner Beach operator tells me they have no phone listed in that name.
Unrecoverable disk error. Data may be lost.
I see.
I better have my hair sharpened while I'm out.
Will you call the airlines and arrange for a flight for me down to Spooner Beach, Florida?
Go shopping.
And then wire to Professor Erling and tell him the time of my arrival.
Get Lancome.
And just to be on the safe side, I think you better arrange for a rental car at the airport.
Have lunch with girls. Okay.
Don't be like 3-pound salted nut rolls.
Tell me, my deadly little girlfriend.
Will you marry me?
Are there any more at home like you?
Yes, and here they come.
Lots of deadly little girlfriends for everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beetle!
That's stuck in reverse. Save yourselves.
Well, I'm sorry, sir. We only have Bonnie and Clyde's death car left, but we'll just charge you for a compact.
What? What about his luggage? How could they leave us hanging?
Did he make hotel reservations? There are huge holes in this movie.
Yeah. He's hovercrafting.
Martin Bormann, stock car racing.
Suddenly this movie's an excruciatingly detailed travelogue.
Probably went back and got another car.
Okay, let's try this scene again.
Is that car following me?
Well, Grandma likes her Glenlivet.
This Professor Erling, would he have any reason to want to do harm to you?
Michael, why don't you answer me?
2 weeks, you'd be dead. You'd be the victim of an almost perfect crime.
Oh, and your dog called and said to kill your family.
Can't shake real estate development.
Terror from the year 5000 turned out to be a Ford with bad brakes.
Tell me what to do, voice. Come on.
Can't you just feel the terror from the year 5000?
Wait, you left your hat at the rental counter.
But they speed cautiously through school zones.
Squeezably soft.
Well, you proved you can drive. Now what do we play?
Grace Kelly and Frank Sutton in to catch a pile.
Dr. Hedges, I presume.
How did you know my name?
You're Mrs. Lady, right?
I'm Claire Erling, Professor Erling's daughter.
Daughter,
As soon as I got to the airport, they told me I just missed you.
I'm not in the scene.
How is your father? Is he well? I mean, is he all right?
You mean, is he crazy, Dr. Hedges? No, Dad's perfectly sane.
But Me, I am out there.
Well, the telegram and the statue.
I sent them. Dad doesn't know a thing about them.
You sent them?
Well, I thought when you didn't answer his letters, that if you saw the statue and examined it with your own eyes, it might shock you into some sort of a reply.
Brain is timed out. Please try later.
I never received any letters. And as for the statue shocking me, it certainly did.
Then you were able to establish its age.
That statue is dangerous. It's radioactive.
No, I shouldn't have packed it in nuclear waste.
Yes. I think I'm entitled to an explanation.
I was trying to make you sterile.
Of course you are. And I'll give it to you as soon as we get to the house. So if you'll just follow me.
He should have followed his bliss and became a gym coach. You think?
All these random scenes simply abut each other to form a movie.
This scene was recreated from eyewitness accounts.
It's not a good movie, but there is plenty of off-street parking.
Where are you taking me?
To our place, it's on an island.
See? Water implies island.
An island?
Mm-hmm. I'll explain on the way over.
It's too curator-centric to know what an island is.
Who's that?
It's Hamilton Jordan. How the hell do I know?
Oh, that's Angelo. He's the chief cook and bottle washer.
2, 3.
Excuse me, miss, but how do I know that you're Professor Erling's daughter?
Because they've got his figure.
Victor was right. Scientists are the biggest old fogies in the world.
Who's Victor?
Victor Buono, my boyfriend.
He's a man.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Here's my driver's license and my car registration.
Her card registration?
Is that enough, or would you like my birth certificate?
No, that's satisfactory, thank you.
You sure?
Excuse me, I don't mean to seem so suspicious, but all this is kind of new to me.
I've never been away from
I
home.
thought scientists were great explorers of the unknown.
I'll do my exploring in the laboratory, if you don't mind.
I get my kicks above the waistline, sunshine.
Now what's going on?
Who's that other guy?
Where are we going?
What is this fluid under my feet?
What happened to the day ball?
Let's chip in and buy this movie a life.
Yeah.
I think this is our boat. I can't really tell. It's...
Regis, what are you doing here?
And then the local newspaper said that Dad's theory about crossing the time barrier was ridiculous.
This is safe, right?
He was disqualified for top secret work, so the missile center fired him.
Fired him? Why?
Folks, I can't see the
They
lake.
said he was unreliable, a potential security risk.
Could you get off the prow of the
Why,
boat?
that's ridiculous.
We both laughed at first. Then we began to get anonymous phone calls.
Oh, from who?
They said Dad was a traitor and that he ought to leave town.
Is that why you moved to this island?
Well, partly. Mainly
Well, no.
because Dad's electrical equipment is so powerful that it messes up TV reception for miles around.
I see.
Also, Dad and I are married, and the town doesn't like that.
It appears to be daytime suddenly. It's nice. Ah, guess I was mistaken. Oops.
Sorry, I've got a really old Johnson here. And the motor doesn't work either. Thank you.
Ah, it's an instant classic, Mike. Good work.
Thank you.
Tara awaits patiently.
That Hume Cronin's one versatile
Miss
actor.
Claire, you think maybe your father's working that contraption of his again?
Beg your pardon?
Even if he is, it's never bothered us this far out.
I'll bet that's what caused it.
When you said his experimental equipment was powerful, it was the understatement of the century.
Next day, I guess.
You want to eat, you have to work.
This is the kind of texture that other movies would leave out here.
Yeah, those other movies are often referred to as good movies.
Hey, look! Jinx!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Hey, evolved beyond body, brain guys, what, thank you. What are they?
Having evolved beyond bodies and beyond language, guess what else we've evolved beyond? Give up.
Ooh, I know. Food.
You know, this is a small pill to be so nutritionally all-encompassing. I would imagine in this tiny pill is the equivalent of a full day's supply of nutrients.
I'll bet you're right, riboflavin breath.
One pill, perhaps. Though were you to eat only one, you would hardly derive full benefit from our remarkable pills.
Oh, okay. So 2 or 3 pills. Fine, that's got to be all you need, given how advanced you guys are and all.
Shh. With the simple use of what we call a spoon. Do you understand? Simply place a generous portion in your mouth. And repeat the process.
So, a bowl then. A smallish bowl, and you're set for the day, right?
No, it would be pretty light if you held to a ball today. I'd say 4 or 5 balls. 8, 10 balls of our non-food pills every day.
That should be enough to keep your weight up.
Yeah.
The weight of your bodies, which of course you evolved beyond. Well, what is the point of having these pills if you have to eat so many of them? I mean, what is the point?
But they're a hard gainer. I mean, 12, even 15 bowls a day.
Well, no, I mean, I look at our non-food and I balloon right up. But this guy, he can eat all he wants, and look at him, he stays so thin. Look at him. Look at this guy.
Oh, that's great. Well, what I've done here, though, is I've made some Parmesan-encrusted pill cakes, and I just put some of these through a ricer here, and you just form them into patties. Can I get a shot of that, please? Why don't we get a... And you can see that they're just very lightly done, and that's a light meal you can have any time. And it's just some chanterelles and some wood ears and a little bit of shallots. Saute them in a pan for about 5 minutes, and we're going to be back to enjoy these things right after this. So we'll see you later, and I bid you peace.
The door leads into the abyss.
Smuckers is begging to be let out.
Sorry, mister, can we have our ball? Oh, great. A sparrow from the year 5000 crashed into the window.
The lab is in a tenement building?
Finish the experiment, collect the rent from 4B. God, it never ends.
There's Uncle Joe. He's moving kind of slow at the junction.
Oh, now the old guy's moving fast.
What time is it, Victor? I sat down to do a little reading before dinner, but fell fast asleep.
I don't know. I just woke up from a nap myself.
It's 4.
Dad, look who's with me. Dr. Hedges from New York.
He says hi.
Bob Hedges, this is a wonderful surprise.
Can't speak in row, sorry.
Victor, do you realize what this means? At last, we'll have outside verification of our experiments.
And I don't want outside verification.
I wish you told me you'd sent for Dr. Hedges. I'd like to have been prepared for him.
You know, do my hair, my nails, iron my skirt.
Doctor, were you playing kickball in the lab again?
Oh, it's the front windshield of any 1977 Buick.
Ew, I never want to see him trot again.
No, don't trot. Oh, my God. Could it be? Yes. No, he had an extra pane of glass. Oh, God.
It's a pear-shaped body and upsettingly hairless arms.
So you knew the statue was radioactive?
Yes, Bob.
What I want to know is why didn't somebody tell me?
You've been told never to touch anything in the laboratory.
You girl.
That should have been enough.
Posture?
You needn't be so mean, Victor. You know you're not my husband yet.
Unfortunately, the appearance of so much radioactivity has forced us to stop our experiments until we find out much more about the powers we're dealing with, Bob.
Not a good pose.
But weren't you working in your laboratory when we arrived?
No. Victor and I haven't operated the apparatus for days now.
A Ted Bessel International Coffee Moment.
Dr. Hedges, you must be exhausted after your trip.
You're right, Victor. Come on, Bob. I'll have Angelo get you set upstairs. Good night, Jim.
Well, actually, I'm feeling kind of perky. Well, good night, I guess.
Huge radio back there.
Now, my fish belly white fiance.
Alone at last.
Except that you're still here.
The room was decorated an early great aunt.
With all the silly things to do.
Trying to melt a cow.
Getting that pompous Hedges down here.
Jimmy Carter.
Well, I thought that's what you and Dad wanted, someone to verify your findings.
Yeah, verify? Can't you tell he's laughing up his sleeve at us?
It's your hair shelf he's laughing at.
No. Did you see the way he smiled when your father told him that statue actually did come from the...
There's a malaise over there.
So it's mine.
He looked like a boy psychiatrist listening to his pet loon.
Victor.
You're pasty and hairless.
He just didn't understand that Dad was serious, that's all. Besides, I think he's cute.
For a drill instructor.
Cute?
In a Sergeant Carterish way, yeah.
Victor, you're not just a wee bit jealous, are you?
Who, me? Jealous of that overgrown Boy Scout?
Oh, well, I thought if you were, there's something I ought to tell you.
I'm Jay Davidson.
Oh?
He's a moist, pillowy Dwayne Hickman.
I believe I'm experiencing stagflation.
She used freeze hold on his eyebrows.
Oh, he just holds his fish lips there, and she does all the work.
God, what a brave actress. Oh.
Angelo,
Yes, sir.
what are you doing?
Professor Erland says Dr. Hedges is gonna sleep in here. But the door's locked. I don't remember having no key to this room.
Well, leave that door alone.
There it is.
Put his things in my room.
I'll make him play shoots and ladders all night.
God, I can't move. I can't move. Oh, moved.
Wait, I'm on the same floor again.
Architecture by M.C. Escher.
Oh, he's trying to reanimate a dead slinky.
You know, looks like the UPS guy.
But he has no package.
Mike, you're right.
What?
Professor Erling, the door to the spare room is locked, and Angelo seems to have lost the key. I had him put Bob's things in my room.
Well, I hate to put you out.
Oh, it's no trouble.
It's only for one night, Bob. I'll have Angelo get it open tomorrow for you.
The riveting and action-packed accommodation scene.
Wow.
His human body is 70% mucus.
Ernest Borgnine sleeps peacefully.
The terrible aching crush I had on my roommate from the year 5000.
Psst. You want to play with my Hot Wheels? I got the loop-de-loop track.
There's an 8x10 of Victor Khayyam on his bureau.
I'm gonna put on his pants.
They're still warm.
Don't want to be on the single guy anymore.
He likes to secretly dress in men's clothes.
Oops, ran into his Fuller brush samples.
He's got his own little junior scientist bed.
Oh, why don't I just lay on him? I know I want to.
Okay, so he feels compelled to hide from a stranger the fact that he's getting a drink of water.
Apparently.
Huh.
No, I think he's embarrassed by his midnight humectifying sessions.
Sure. He looks like a walking butter sculpture, don't you think?
Right, don't he?
Shh, listen, you can hear his hair grow.
Oh, I was having the nicest dream. I was eating a butt steak with Vince Lombardi and Bear Bryant.
You know, grown men just should not wear official pajama outfits.
Just what do you think you're doing in your own house, young man?
Huh. I'll just put on his pants then.
He was in Miss Havisham's apartment.
Just gotta see my vacation slides from Knott's Berry Farm again.
Yep, doesn't get any better than this. Pajama tops, dungarees, and a box of men.
Well, I'll have to creep out in the hall without my cufflinks, I guess. It's embarrassing.
This is the same sumptuously detailed set that was later used in The Age of Innocence.
Or was it Sense and Sensibility?
I think it was Barfly.
Yeah!
Ah, that's it.
I suppose you're wondering when the terror from the year 5000 will show up. Well, my apologies. It is taking rather long, but we're trying to pace ourselves.
I'm going to the city to be a stud.
Please, that's a hideous thought. He was a small, oily man.
Prance, 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 prance.
Herbalife products in one hand, Amway in the other.
Oh, hi, Dave.
I'm not Dave, I'm a simple fern.
I'm going where the pit stains suit my clothes.
Incoming!
I don't have to act if I don't wanna. No.
Be free, little Samsonite.
He's part of the Luggage Liberation Front.
I think he's trying to skip suitcases.
His relationship with his ventriloquist dummy went bad.
In the remake, this went to Artie Johnson.
I was looking for you on the bay side of the island. That's where we usually go swimming.
What's wrong with this?
It's a swamp.
Nothing. Except there's no place to change.
Well, I've got mine on.
Oh. No!
He's made entirely of babies' bottoms.
Why don't you go behind the trees and change? I won't watch.
Ew, he has tiny nipples.
Can I trust you?
Call it calculated risk.
We got Noel Coward to punch up this dialogue.
Ow, ow, ow. Everyone from this era looks like they worked for NASA.
Hey, Claire, why do they call this Leech Pond?
Always dive headfirst into an unfamiliar lake.
It's like watching Margaret Truman be flirtatious.
Hey, this is great. Come on, get changed.
There, I've decided.
Yeah, it's really great in here, Claire.
Just have to watch out for the chiggers.
And the sucker fish.
And the alligator guards.
And the car engines.
But it's great.
Sorry, teenage boys of the 50s. This'll have to do.
A curator ran aground today, spilling millions of gallons of Vitalis.
Forgive me. I'll drown myself in impure thoughts.
Cool, like humidor.
What is she, showering now?
Oh, yeah, wow.
She's all there, boys. 100% scrawny spinster.
Suddenly, she's turned into Mrs. Pinchon.
Swimming bonnet from Amish beachwear fashions of Charm, Ohio.
They whacked Toonces.
Well, he killed a maid canary, so they had to do him.
Neck Injury Theater presents...
Meow, wanted to eat fishes, not sleep with them. Meow, 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 meow.
Ah, what the hell that'll do.
Man was clearly born in a barn.
It is great. I stepped on a bullhead and got bit by a water moccasin, but it's great.
Hey, I just stepped on a rusty can.
Oh, these deer flies are eating me alive. Isn't it great?
Now I'll give him tetanus with this rusty nail here. Oh, jeez.
Hey,
What's the matter?
something bit me.
Maybe it was an alligator.
Come on, let's get out of here.
With a mouth like this.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm not kidding. My brother was killed by a stick.
Dangerous horseplay can be fun, yeah.
No, please. Sorry, I didn't mean it.
Haha, I won. He's dead.
He's dressed for Bataan.
I'm not certain, but I just may have it going on.
I gotta kill a rabbit for you.
Curator of the Black Lagoon.
All right for me to come out now?
Just 2 more hours.
The alligators?
I don't get it. What?
Dr. Hedges, Professor Erland says he and Mr. Victor are ready in a laboratory now.
And they're nude.
Oh, good. Hurry up and get dressed, Bob.
Right out.
Just drinking some chiggers.
Now you're really going to see something fantastic.
Thanks to Pert Plus.
All right, Victor. That's a tube off.
That's what you want.
So the juices stay locked inside, huh? That's wonderful.
Haley's M.O. from the year 5000.
Congratulations, Doctor. You've managed to turn milk into bowling trophies.
And once I turned a hat into a shoe.
I'm afraid the souffle has fallen, gentlemen.
Wow, the pressed coffee I've always dreamed of.
Why, this is remarkable.
No, it isn't. Shut
The bottle
up.
you put in there is completely transformed.
Not transformed, it's changed, traded.
Yeah.
What do you mean, traded?
Think, Bob. Throughout human history, what has been the first activity of explorers of any new region?
Genocide?
Slavery?
Disease blanket spreading?
Map-making, I suppose.
No, Bob. Barter, trade.
Coupons, credit lines, no payments to the year 5000.
Marco Polo with the Chinese. To Columbus with the Indians. Or, in our own time, Byrd and Perry with the Eskimos.
Or Kluban of the planet Fraha.
Trade.
Do you mean you actually think that you've contacted human beings of the future?
Well, there's no other possible explanation.
Uh-huh.
No disrespect, Professor, but everything you've been showing me has all the earmarks of a magician's trick.
Oh, come on, Professor, we're wasting our time.
He's drying my oils.
Professor, do you mind if I sort of reshuffle the cards?
What do you mean, Bob?
Well, supposing I take an object now on the spur of the moment, something that hasn't been prepared, and we try to exchange it, as you say.
Oh.
Are you accusing us of fraud?
No, there's a lot going on here I don't understand.
Like, why can't you eat 3 pretzel rods in a minute?
It's all right, Victor. Being overly cautious is an occupational disease of most archaeologists.
I'm sorry.
Exactly. I wonder what our friends of the future would give for this 5 better Kappa key.
Where'd you type that from?
So he drives a Phi Beta Kappa?
British Knights.
Yeah.
Terror better not rip me off, man.
They sent back a Cineburst.
Well, whatever it is not as spectacular as the last time.
Yeah, up yours.
Treasures from the future in about an hour.
Hello, magic future person token thing which says comes hello, exchange from the futuristic. Hello. Oh.
No, only daddy touch.
It's a Necco wafer from the year 5000.
Shiny, pretty.
Ellie Mae.
Well, this is impossible. What is it? There are Greek letters on the other side. 2 words. Can you read it? What does it say?
Lick me.
Says,
Good for bumper ride at Chuck E. Cheese.
save us.
Save us, collect us, and exchange us for swell prizes. Stay off the moors!
Dudley Roger and Mary Tyler Moores.
Hey, Victor, just making time with your girlfriend.
Bob was telling me about this afternoon.
Oh? Did he also tell you why we won't be getting any further messages?
Because I spill unguents all over the time machine.
And I will tell you.
The network is down.
Just because that metal disc was a little radioactive, he agreed with your father that we shouldn't dare go any further.
Just for now, until we know more.
How are we going to find out if we don't take a chance once in a while? It's one thing to be cautious, Hedges. It's another thing to be just plain scared.
So where were we? Second base?
Victor, you're being rude.
Oh? You're taking his side, are you?
Well, I am sitting on his hand.
Look, please don't argue on my account.
Just break up with him and groove on me.
Forgive me, I think I'll go to bed. It's been a busy day. Night, Clem.
Good night, Bob.
See you in a few, honey.
So, you want to talk about our wedding plans?
What are you trying to do? Sounds like you're just aching for a fight with Bob.
Yeah, so I had the nanites whip me up this time machine based on the one in the movie, and I was thinking...
And you want to test it out on me because you were afraid of the horrible radiation scarring on that big, fleshy body of yours. Not a problem, Mike.
Oh, gee, thanks, Crow. I'd do it, but no,
just
look at me.
bring me a yoo-hoo when it's all over.
Okay, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it.
Now, where do you want me to go, Mike?
Well, I figured I'd set it for Wisconsin shortly after I got the job at the temp agency. Just find my family, tell them what happened, tell them I'm okay.
Sure. It'll be kind of fun to meet a real corn-fed farm family.
Crow, I'm not from... No, never mind. Here you go.
Look, goodbye, Aunt Edna, you kook. Oh, Mike, your family, they are good people.
Yeah, so did you see him? Did you tell him what happened? Did you tell him I'm okay?
Oh, shoot. Darn, I knew there was something I was supposed to do. Darn it! See, there was this 4th of July party, my 3rd summer there, where I almost told
your
him...
3rd summer?
Yeah, before college. I was kind of...
Well, how long were you there?
11 years. You see, Mike, in time travel, you can live a whole lifetime in a single second, and boy, did I live! Ooh, baby.
Well, did they ask about me? Did they miss me at all?
Yeah, I'm sure they did. Hey, your dad, a kook man, I'm telling you, grab those pictures out of the time machine, would you?
My dad's pretty reserved, I find.
Elmer Keg Drainer Nelson, reserved? I don't think so. What else did you grow up in? Hey, and speaking of, I busted your stereo. Sorry about that. I knew you wouldn't mind.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a good one. Put that on still start.
Oh, all right, yeah.
See, me and your dad, we stayed up like 3 days.
What is this?
Oh, put that next one up.
Dad doesn't party.
We're doing the bunny hop at that little place on the French side of St. Martin. Oh, and there's the one with Smitty and Murph. Oh, which reminds me, Smitty and Murph, we rolled your Charger. Totaled it. I knew you wouldn't mind.
Hey, Crow, I almost hate to ask. Is that my old girlfriend, Ginger?
You mean Ginger Snap?
No.
Oh, and there's one with Ginger and me at Stuart Anderson's Cattle Company. No. Ginger and me tobogganing at the Potawatomi Park.
Oh, we got boobies on.
Yeah.
Go.
Ginger.
Love her. Now that we know they can read and write, why soon we'll be talking to them.
Exchanging Magic the Gathering cards.
Excuse me, Professor.
And in conclusion, I find...
I'm sorry, Bob. I get wound up.
Good night, Angelo.
And just rip the skull off the pig then. Good night, ma'am. Pop the eyeballs out and boil them. And...
See you tomorrow.
He's about a quarter mile over that way.
Hello.
You know, it's funny about Angelo not wanting to live in the main house. You'd think he'd be lonely out there in that shack.
Are you thinking of adding Angelo to your string of conquests?
Whoa!
Victor, that's terrible.
Oh, lighten up, Claire.
I've had just about all I can take for one day. I'm going in.
I'm going over to Angelo's.
You coming?
No.
Slatter, Jezebel.
You go on ahead. I've got some thinking to do.
It'll be viscous damp thinking, of course, but...
Man, this movie won't let up.
It's too exciting. I need a breather.
Seems to live in a room with giant doll furniture.
It's like she rented the grandma room at Fantasweets.
So why do they have Linda Hunt's lawn furniture there?
Why the belt? Is there the danger the dress would fall down?
Movie's getting better. Movie's getting better. I like the pacing. The cinematography has improved considerably.
And she has an evening dress on under her morning dress.
Blacked out in my area? I don't think so.
He's a closet ham radio operator.
Quite an elaborate networking of undergarments for a summer night.
The editor's a regular Thelma Schoonmaker, underscoring tension with rapid cuts.
Folks, I checked the stock and Terror is on back order.
His machine makes her more nude.
I'm just inches away from the window. I'm sure no one can see me.
I've achieved 2-hour Martinizing, but I've got to shave more time.
Take it out of first.
Whoa!
Don Cherry? Don, where?
Hey, Simply Red.
Well, it's time to add the fabric softener.
Here, let me get that for you there.
More fruit flavor.
Hey, she got dressed again. What?
These blinds are dusty.
Now with action punch.
So, no plot for 30 minutes, then suddenly all hell breaks loose.
Let go.
As I continue to stand here, he can see me.
Ow, you big booger, cut it out!
Lost Design Room Edition.
You are here.
Finish your tanning session, lady.
Oh man, I missed kickoff.
Yeah.
There's something out here.
It's trees.
There is something. Come on.
I forgot my coin purse.
Wait up, Ed.
5K fem runs.
Nam yo ho renge-kyo, nam yo ho renge-kyo, nam yo ho renge-kyo.
Look familiar, Mike?
But it's a victimless crime.
What do I, is there, cause I...
Give me your lunch money. I want your lunch money.
Let me go. I didn't do nothing.
Leave go. It was simple homespun peeping.
Why, it's Angelo.
Angelo? Oh, well, I'm sorry. Continue peeping.
Sorry.
So the terror's just sitting and waiting in the time machine, huh?
He gave me a monkey bite.
There, that was Terror. Thanks for waiting. Here's a coupon for more Terror from the year 5000.
That Angelo peeping. What a card.
Really?
She's gonna laugh.
Hey, you decent?
It's all right, Claire.
The moment I met you, I swear.
It's only Angelo.
Angelo.
So he likes
He
me?
won't admit it, but I think he was doing a little peeking.
Yeah, why don't you start undressing? I'll show you what he was doing.
I think you ought to keep the shades drawn.
The smell of Old Spice, Marlboros, and bratwurst.
I love a man who smells like Vince Lombardi.
Would you put on a pair of Russell shorts and berate me?
I'm sorry I made such a fuss. First, Victor acts like a fool, and then I scream my head off.
Scream, 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 thud.
You must think.
That
I think we ought to make it unanimous.
We're all creepy.
No, you're abrading my lips. You taste like mitt conditioner.
You were the cautious type.
He wears Chanel number 5W30.
I'm not taking such a risk.
Angela's gonna be heartbroken.
Funky little sack! Funky little sack!
You spray painted the dirty parts. That seems counterproductive.
Yeah.
I'm curating your tonsils now.
So nobody knocks here, huh?
Well, I see that Bob has evidently told you.
With his tongue.
Maybe we're lucky the noise didn't wake Victor.
So I guess we're grounded now, huh?
Victor on the porch? I heard him say he had some thinking to do.
I assumed that meant we should fool around.
Let's give him something else to think about.
I want to make you Mrs. Drill Instructor.
Damn bunk cake. Anyway.
Susan me a peeking at Miss Claire. Man my age.
Why is he dressed like Huck Finn?
Oh, the wacky sexual predator.
Hey, here's a great new essay by Susan Sontag.
Oh, no. What are they implying here?
They are implying poom!
This is so upsetting.
Oh,
No, please don't do that, sir.
Oh, and he's leaking. Ugh.
Nothing. No reaction. Don't react. No acting.
Well, if I follow the gravy, I'll find the meat.
Augusta National. Proud to be restricted.
And action.
Why didn't you mention any of this to me before?
I wasn't sure, but Victor's sore arm cinches it. Somehow he's managed to bring life through that apparatus. That thing I saw him throw in the pond was one of his failures. But last night he must have gone further.
Frankly, Bob, I'm a little disappointed in you. These wild accusations against Victor.
Disappointed?
After what I saw between you and Claire last night.
Dirty kissing.
Well, let's just say, I think you've lost your objectivity.
Claire has nothing to do with this. I'm talking about things I've seen with my own eyes.
Bob, you remember how you insisted about testing our experiments in your own way, how you wouldn't even believe your own eyes.
Of course.
Oh, Bob.
Show me.
Bob.
No, you don't have to show him that.
No.
Don't show
I guess not enough people have seen his waxy abdomen.
Are you going swimming?
Yeah, I am.
Is everyone peeping in this movie?
This is the island of secrets and lies.
Could he at least wear a tube top?
It's got Margaret Thatcher's body shape.
PF Flyers with new action wedge.
Chiggers is so happy he's back.
On belay.
You took my lady.
He's probably regularly beaten up by a 13-striped ground squirrel.
And he's built like a 19th century strongman.
It's like a slightly more manly Dan Quayle.
Swimming to depths of 2 feet.
He himself is illegal dumping. Action wimp!
Makes Urkel look like Van Damme.
This is my chemistry set.
He's unleashing the rage of 1,000 Reggies.
New moisture pre-soiled action wimp.
I'm just down the stream from the rendering plant.
Oh, sole mio. There she goes!
Ah, this is where he accidentally drowns Shelley Winters.
Oh, yeah.
There's a rabbit attacking me.
That boat is perfect for his chihuahua.
Thank you. Curator's got a lamprey stuck to his gut already.
The lumberjack competition turns ugly.
Oh,
I have tubes in my pants. My magazines expect me to perform all the time.
The epic battle between Moist and Moister.
Babe Winkleman and Roland Martin in a fight to the death.
See, his peeping skills are paying off now.
It's oily shirts versus oily skins.
The new swank arrives today.
Fight choreography by Arnold Stang.
He's hitting him with jump cuts.
Angelo knows Wednesday is Prince Spaghetti Day.
Listen, come quick. Mr. Hedges has beaten up Victor.
And he's getting his skinny ass kicked. It's great.
I'm sorry about the peeping, ma'am.
That's okay, Angelo. Water under the bridge.
There's gotta be like snapping turtles in that water, dead cows.
Unexploded German mines.
Ah, the Pietà.
He died as he lived, white, moist, and bloated.
God!
And out of this fight, a deep, abiding friendship is born.
Look at the oil slick now.
How not to treat your major funder.
Yes.
You've shown me, Hedges. Shown me I was right.
He jumped me. He tried to kill me.
I think I've had enough of your wild accusations.
All right. See for yourself.
That's no Van Heusen.
Those aren't just scratches. They're radiation burns.
That proves he threw a radiator at me.
You know, one picture can say so little.
What the hell?
Rest? Now that we've gone this far?
Victor, we're taking you to the hospital for your own good. The amount of secondary radiation you've absorbed could be extremely serious.
There's nothing wrong with me.
Oh, wait, sorry. Yes, there is.
What you're trying to do? You want to get rid of me so you can claim all the glory for yourself.
What time is it?
Victor, for the last time, what caused those scars?
I was gored by a bull of Pamplona, and I picked at it.
Did you materialize some form of life?
I know you are, but what am I?
And you're calling me crazy?
One thing I do know, Victor, your condition is serious.
Stage 2?
It will take a qualified radiologist to determine just how bad it is. Now, come on, get your things together. We're taking you to the mainland, to the hospital.
He looks like an excommunicated beach boy.
But in the end, they were all married in a lovely private ceremony.
Will the doctor give me a sucker when it's over?
Uncle Meat hangs back.
Poor Angelo was left to peep at an empty house. It's so sad.
Hospital and K through 6.
Yes, we had to put him to sleep, but I think you'll realize it was for the
I think it's
best.
serious. I can't tell yet. We'll have to run a series of tests first.
When will you know?
We should have the results in 2 or 3 hours.
That long?
I'm afraid so. Why don't you run along and get something to eat, then call us.
All right, I'll call.
He's wearing tap cleats.
And we'll have the rolled pork roast ready for you, too.
Love you guys.
I'll let you know as soon as possible.
No rush.
Can you spay him while he's here?
Oh, why did they drop me off at the bank? I gotta run over to the hospital to get treated. I mean...
I always panic when they say how many. I don't want to go through that again.
No.
Did she reach the doctor?
There's been some confusion. The girl at the desk in Sissy went home.
That's impossible. I'd better talk to them.
Now, don't get excited. Nothing to do but wait. Is there a good movie in town?
Now we get to watch people watching a movie? What is that all about?
Boy. Filmed in glorious black and slightly less black.
Bartend is a clean old man, isn't he?
Clean. It's quarter to moist. I'm clammy as can be.
Jazz, 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 generic jazz.
So we're just watching the characters kill time till the movie starts up again. Great.
Sue.
Oh, great physical comedy from Bob.
There's Buster Keaton and there's Bob, I say.
This is Chris Kraft of Capcom. The movie is on hold. T-minus 10 minutes to plot resumption. We have a leak in the narrative and the movie could implode.
Yeah, I'm irradiated. What of it?
Music. Generic music. Jazz music.
Victor? Hey, you. That usually brings him right back.
I discovered America.
June 5th, 1944. I was early.
Angelo, sweet Angelo.
So he went to the hospital, put spats on, and came back with his pool cue.
I'm glad they included all this because I was wondering how he's going to get from the boat to the house.
Yeah. And keys are so bulky and cumbersome. I
must get Eskimo pie.
Damn you, Dave Lennox.
You're the only one who trusts me, Time Machine.
It's been 10 to 3 about 12 times in this movie.
I'd have put on Machine Head and hang out forever.
Gary Newman, scientist.
Howdy, folks. Can I lasso you some Roundup menus?
Bob, your Frankenstein was so funny. You should do comedy.
Looks like your whole outfit's having quite a night of it tonight, Professor.
That's right, but back to work tomorrow. Thanks.
Better not count on any work from your assistant tomorrow.
Yeah, just bring the buckaroo burgers, pal.
What out of your drinks that straw?
No, the other fellow, what's his name, Victor?
Was he here?
He was here earlier. Got pretty drunk, and I finally had to ask him to leave.
Hey, Joe, will you turn on a TV set?
Mr. Ruby told me to watch the prison transfer.
Victor here?
They reluctantly re-enter the plot.
He must be mistaken.
Dad, look at the TV.
It's a special letterbox edition of Static.
What about it?
When Dad ran his apparatus here in town, it caused the same kind of disturbance.
Oh, that Ernie Kovacs.
Now, let's not all get jumpy just because a TV set goes on the blink.
It is a gold star.
No, Bob, she's right. It formed a distinctive pattern of interference, that pattern.
What does it mean?
Someone's operating the apparatus, operating it at a higher voltage than ever before.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Okay, who had the fuzzy navel? Wait.
Not a crane shot, but an on top of my cousin's truck shot.
Ooh, the blemish on his chin is ready to go.
No, no, not the reverb, no!
No, that's just what they'd expect me to do.
Why a McPherson strut in the foreground?
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be rejoining our plot momentarily. We hope the delay hasn't caused you to miss connections to any other movies.
Alan Parsons works on his greatest album.
He's turning himself into Judge Reinhold.
Wait, how did they get from the car to the boat? They didn't show us.
Damn.
Come on, Hot Pockets, get done.
Don't worry about that when it happens.
Still 10 to 3. The time machine must be leaking.
These are jams, not jellies.
He's on so many illegal mailing lists, it's not funny.
Look at the light!
Send more porn.
If he doesn't stop, he'll blow up the generator.
Well, they were overworking the trolling motor.
Let's stop vrooming.
Claire, get out and push.
Maybe if we look at it.
I am Iron Man.
Location scout for this movie must have been a basement dweller.
You blame me.
I owed you.
1, 2, 3, 4. Debbie Drake.
He's blown the power all right. Now try to work.
Dead clam.
And the Brodsky Quartet kicks in.
Now they're leaving the movie again.
And he's subletting Clarence Thomas's apartment.
Well, gotta go volunteer at the youth center.
Ed Norton's later years.
Surfside 6.
Back then, product placement was just boats, jackets.
Stop playing with my Magnadoodle.
Oh, my cookies are burning.
Yule log was booby-trapped.
Get away. Don't come near me.
I have cooties.
Claire, go get some water.
I'll have a water too, thanks, Claire.
I'll just make some of my spoon bread and a fresh batch of Johnny cakes.
What's the matter?
Shalom.
Shalom?
I saw a lights go out, so I come up.
Everyone's in the laboratory. They need your help. Victor's been hurt.
Yes, ma'am.
We still on for peeping tonight, Angelo?
Don't come near me.
I'm Mickey.
Your face is horrible.
Chocolatey, fudgy.
Angelo, take the boat. Bring Dr. Blair. Hurry.
The redemption of Angelo.
He's turning into Petey the dog.
I made oodles of noodles.
Never mind that now. Get some blankets and hurry. He's going into shock.
Fine. Anything else I shouldn't get? Okay.
He's going to need careful watching. He could take a turn for the worse at any time.
I'll stay with him.
Fine, but since you don't have a phone here, it would be best if I sent over a nurse.
No fun.
Whatever you think best, Doctor.
Face. It's all burned.
I'm oily, greasy, pores
away.
large, follicles
away.
clogged.
Please, Victor, please.
Please die. Don't fight it. Die.
Oily tinctures, no pigmentation.
There. That should at least give us back the power. Try the switch, Bob.
How do they know he's him?
Do it again. It was fun.
Nothing like a little light to dispel a man's fears, is there?
What do you say we dial up a couple Towskis from the year 5000, huh?
What do you think it was, Bob?
Scallywags, hooligans, rake hells.
What frightened a man like that?
Was it my comb over?
I don't know.
What time is it?
I have a feeling that part of the answer is still in those boxes at the bottom of the pond.
Or it's blowing in part of the wind.
I once translated the Iliad, now I walk around in crunchy pants.
Brought to you by the Onan Family Foundation.
Okay.
Terror is going potty now.
She comes from the planet of highway shoulder markers.
What is she, setting a trap line?
Jimmy Carter has disco fever.
Are you a good witch or a bad witch?
Well, that's a kicky little scarf, huh?
Tying up her boat, looking for worms, lost her contact.
You will jazzercise.
Being killed by Big Ethel.
I think I stepped on her tail.
Why didn't you tell me you had the skin diving equipment?
You were the one that was being so secretive.
Of all the plot holes to fill, they chose the scuba gear plot hole.
I promise never not to tell him about scuba gear ever again.
What other common recreational equipment is she keeping from me?
It's sucking its thumb.
It's one of those fly monkeys.
Right. You know, he didn't decompress. He's gonna get the bends.
Oh.
Hi, honey, I'm home. No. Servo, Jimmy Rogers was more like this.
I think it was higher. I think it was like...
Like this? Yoda lady, Yoda lady, Yoda
What are you doing? Stop it this instant. Can't you see you're killing, observer? Devils.
What? It's just a little yodeling.
Yeah, like Jimmy Rogers.
What, you guys never heard of music?
Oh, that's not music, that's vomitous.
We have a rich tradition of odes and ballads spanning the century.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Yeah, I'd like to hear what kind of Schoenberg, Milton Babbitt crap you can groan out.
Sing!
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Here's
is a little number we wrote during the brain wars of Columbine.
Can we discern it goes a little something, just like this?
There was a time so bright and gay, it seems like only yesterday, when I held your brain in my arms. Your adrenaline was like wine, sweet perfume was your endocrine, when I held your brain in my arms. But now your brain is gone and it's left an empty hole. I gaze into your sockets, but you're just a hollow skull. I used to love a lotta your medulla oblongata and your basal ganglia. I remember we would stroll along your fissure of Rolando, when I held your brain in my arms.
I miss how we would float down your vestibular canal, and how we would go swimming in your ponds. The music you would play us on your locus coeruleus
still tickles my neurons. Now I'm sorry that I dropped you, that I accidentally plopped you when I held your brain in my arms. It caused a contusion when I held your brain in my arms during Suddenly Susan, when I held your brain in my arms.
Well, that was lovely.
Not bad.
Yeah, well, you know, we got some good songs too, like Cherry Pie and Silver Thunderbird.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And what's that one Asia song? Yeah.
Stop! No, it hurts. We'll be right back.
Tell you about the house.
Bob, come here.
Are we growing hats?
There's something there. What's that?
You sure you don't need the scuba gear to look at it?
Tell Miss October I love her.
Bob Guccione will show up for the funeral.
Donations in lieu of flowers should be sent to Bodacious Tatas monthly.
Same kind of burns as on Victor's arm. You don't think he was drowned? No, he was already dead when he was thrown into the water. Thrown? You don't think it was some kind of wild animal? Whatever killed Angelo had the cunning to try to conceal its victim. How's Victor?
He's all right. He wants to talk to you.
We'll be right there.
I told him about Angelo.
You shouldn't have done that.
But I did. He says he knows what killed him.
Poor Angelo's gonna hit that big quarter booth in the sky.
Just a typical morning for Tom Waits.
Anyway, after I succeeded in bringing through that cat, I knew I was on the right track. It was just a matter of pushing the apparatus to its limits.
Cat? You call that horrible thing a cat?
Well, it's cat-ish.
I thought that I'd contacted savages and that cat was something their witch doctors had made.
Nobody made it that way. It was born that way. It's a mutation, a freak, caused by excess radiation in the atmosphere.
Now drop and give me 20.
That explains that woman.
Dressed like Pagliacci.
Face.
If she came from the same place that that cat did, it's a wonder you could still recognize her as a woman.
Give me 50 burpees.
The cat's body is still extremely radioactive. You're lucky your burns weren't even more serious.
Don't worry about me. Well, it's that creature, that woman I'm worried about.
Can I watch Nickelodeon?
I'll be all right in a little while, and we can go after her.
No, you won't. Dr. Blair's sending over a nurse, and you're going to stay in bed and do just what she says.
I wish he were here already. It'll be dark soon.
We've got to do something about that creature.
He's right, Professor. We've got to stop her from getting off this island before she goes and kills somebody else.
Now slump some more, let your arms just hang down there and don't move.
Florence Night Stalker.
They drop her off in Nicaragua?
Just attend to the victims of the Crimean War.
I guess so.
Never get off the gosh darn boat. Absolutely golly darn right.
RuPaul! Comprehensive health care on the bayou! Comprehensive health care on the bayou!
Louise Fletcher is Clara Barton as Florence Nightingale in The Piano 2, Southern Comfort.
And she didn't take the paved path because...
Prelude to the Afternoon of the Nurse.
Stashu, Peretna.
Which means eggnog. Give me your eggnog.
Stashu, Peretna.
Stashu Paretna Blanca, I'm just a bird in the sky.
What do you want? You're speaking English.
Double Durhay.
Of course I'm speaking English. What did you expect? But the letters on the key were in Greek. Key? What key? Who are you? What do you want?
Who's your main provider?
No, wait. You must help me.
I lost my retainer.
No. Stay away from me. Your face. No. Stay away from me.
Real sensitive nurse. Stay away, you're unattractive.
Angela would have loved this part.
It's a creature with 5,000 yards rushing.
Just need to make a copy of your insurance card. I'll be right back.
Nah, we have a hard target search on a licensed practical nurse.
The sick and frail nurse of the herd.
Do you have an appointment? We're running an hour behind.
I hope the creature has really cold hands when she kills him.
Well, she's really tucking into that nurse out
That
there.
sounded like a woman screaming.
Yes.
You got a gun in the house?
Only my 20-gauge shotgun I use for ducks.
Let's take it with us, just in case.
All right. Better put on our anti-radiation suits.
Yeah.
Because we have those now.
Apparently.
She was delicious.
Forced facials.
Okay, just relax. Just let the tension go. You're a dead nurse with no cares.
Okay, now this product has a defoliant. I really love it.
I see. She's Martin Landau.
It's a Clint Howard mask.
Dick Smith from the year 5000.
Sinus pain can feel like a sparkler up your nose.
Can I borrow your face? Thanks.
Okay, now you won't feel a thing, but you'll notice you're missing your face. These symptoms should go away.
She made a creepy crawler.
Just wear my radiation sundress. I think. Oh, okay.
Here's your radiation rubbers.
I'm Terror from the year 5000, called in sick. I'm Terror from the year 4543.
Stashu, Paretna. I mean, you called for a nurse?
It's just a makeup line, not where my face ends. Hi.
You were expecting me?
Why, of course. Come in. You must be the nurse, Dr.
No,
Blair.
I'm Fred Dreyer. Yes, I'm the nurse, you dope.
You'll be happy to know your patient is much better.
We were expecting you earlier.
Yes, but it's all right. You came just in time. Now I won't be so frightened when you have to leave.
The nurse is coming from inside the house.
We're making gravy in our pants.
You don't blame me for what I did?
Bedwetting isn't your
Of
fault.
course not. How could you ignore another human being's cry for help?
Well, gee, Wally, do all humans cry out for help?
Fine.
You're a very remarkable woman. Very unusual.
Perhaps more unusual than you realize.
I have L.A. nails.
Hands.
I thought you were Dale.
They're like the woman's last night.
Tie it together, you dimbulb.
Don't be afraid. Look at me.
This is making me clammier.
Am I so terrifying?
I have to ask my mom. Bob!
The face last night, it was...
Does this bug you?
Money makes the world go round.
It was...
If you will listen, I shall explain.
I got a booger on my finger and I can't get it off.
Bob Mackey's Ku Klux Klan.
Be very quiet. We're hunting isotopes.
Due to the ever-increasing amount of radioactivity in the atmosphere, by the year 5000, every fifth child born was a mutant.
Are your nails dry yet?
Unable to cure these freaks, our rulers put them in special isolated colonies.
Called daycares.
It was one of these colonies that your apparatus probed.
Ow.
And one of those poor unfortunates whose image you saw last night.
But you...
What can I, as a simple weenie, do about it?
How did you get here?
I was selected to come and lead you into our world of the future. You must come with me. We need you.
You have to help us move our couch.
Why?
Only with new blood, with undamaged pre-atomic genes, can we hope to break the terrible hereditary chain of more and more mutants born into each generation.
Hi, we found a dead, faceless nurse out in the woods. Know anything about it?
Hey, you, don't splay.
Don't splay.
Everything all right?
We're getting along splendidly.
He wants me.
Why don't you try and get some sleep?
'Cause it's noon.
Very well. First, I think I'll get you some fresh water.
And pour it over your slutty face.
Harlot.
Jezebel.
Homewrecker.
Man stealer.
Skag.
Thick ankles.
Slight mustache.
Oh, I'm sorry. How clumsy.
No! What does that mean?
I don't know.
Claire, what happened?
What?
I just got the kitchen.
What? I'm not...
I must have been dreaming.
What?
Victor, are you all right?
I'm hypnotizing you, you dope.
Oh, I puked in my lap again. Oh. Oh.
Dear lady, keep your legs together.
I think I'd better stay with him for a while.
No,
All right, girl fight.
it is better that he sleep. Please leave us now.
Wow, nurses ruled back then. They would periodically declare martial law.
Yeah. Well, I want to go home now. I'm tired and I have enough candy, I think.
Breaker 19, this is the Moist Boy calling all truckers.
It's a blonde Maryland quail.
Honey, is this too much for the PTA meeting? What do you think, the sandal toe or the pump?
It protects me from the radioactivity. You must put on something to do the same.
I got a lead-lined barn jacket in here somewhere.
So, you like the year 5000 and lots of cool bars and stuff?
Anyway, I'm gonna dump the ice princess. I mean, we've never had a single satisfying sexual encounter that I would... Ah!
I'm going into the future. I must go.
I'm broasting for comfort.
Yeah, we really didn't need the rubber underwear, did we?
You don't know what you're saying. You're ill. You should be in bed.
No, I must go.
Leave him alone.
You're fired.
Another egg. I knew there was more.
Healthcare worker without a face.
What could have happened? Who do you suppose she is? There's no...
Pencils, cheese, batteries, what?
She must be the nurse.
Nurse.
The nurse that Dr. Blair was sending over.
But the nurse came to the house.
We'd better get back there.
Let's walk incredibly slowly back to the house.
Victor, listen to me. She's hypnotized you. You don't know what you're doing.
You don't understand, Claire. I've got to go. They need help.
Oh, Victor, you're all confused. It's you who are confused.
Oh, I call it you.
Our history clearly records how the women of the 20th century stood idly by while the atmosphere was contaminated.
Message coming in.
And the children of the future doomed.
She's right, Claire.
If she's so right, why did she have to hypnotize you?
I warn you, don't force me to kill again.
Again? You're the thing that killed Angelo.
I did not wish to. He surprised me. He would have spoiled my mission.
The cunning Angelo.
Did you? Now what do you think of your angel of mercy?
Okay, let's get this straight. A vicious woman comes in the year 5000 and slaps people.
Yeah, it's the plot so far. Yep.
Can I have my faith back?
An attractive member of British royalty.
Oh, those freaks.
Can this marriage be saved?
Stay back, Claire. She'll burn you.
Now this is terror. Do I lie, huh, people?
Now he's excreting tar.
Finally, a radioactive duck to shoot at.
Suey, big, 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 big. Suey.
Yes, a tiny sliver of payback from this movie.
Yes, thank you.
I gotta reset the VCR.
You sure he's dead?
Dead. Both dead.
The mineral oil industry experienced a major loss today.
Electrocuted.
It was pure moisture, the perfect conduit.
Victor's body short-circuited the chamber's voltage.
She said every fifth child was being born that way.
Well, that explains Adam Sandler and Jim Carrey.
Is that what the future holds? More like her?
She shouldn't have played hockey.
We've got to reach them, Professor. See to it they get the necessary hereditary genes they need. Do you suppose we could repair the machine, perfect it, so that a man could travel through and return?
I won't have a boyfriend.
Others like her will come. There may be millions of them.
We've got to do something, Claire. After all, they are human beings.
You're right, Bob.
So you do it.
But there's another way.
Ham.
The future is what we make it.
Wait a minute, I'm full of crap.
Whether there will be creatures like her
I like milk.
depends on us.
Especially you, Bob.
On all of us. On mankind. On what we do today in the present.
Remember, moisturize and use a sunscreen.
And don't bob for French fries.
Marry only UL-approved, attractive people. Good night.
Geez, what's the big deal, Mike?
No, it's nothing. I just want to know how many times you took Ginger out, that's all.
Well, I didn't exactly take her out, if you know what I mean, my friend.
Oh, you didn't exactly take her out, you mean you.
Exactly. Dutch treat, my friend.
So you fancy yourself as something of a ladies' man, huh?
Oh, I think the ladies themselves fancy me as something of a ladies' man, my friend.
So what if I set you up on a blind date with a real hot tomato? Huh?
Well, I think I could handle it, my friend, my friend.
All righty, then you think you could be ready in,
Ready, willing, and able, Mike.
All right, well, let me just dial her up here and...
Wow, he's gonna bring you honey from across time. Maybe Cleopatra or Mary Todd Lincoln.
All right.
Or all of the gold diggers of 1933, maybe.
Hey, bring them all on, my friend.
1,000, and we're all set.
Whoa, get away from me! Get away from me! Oh, Mike, that is rich. I guess I needed a little lesson.
Oh, that's great.
So, where to, sweetie? Perkins it is then. Bread bowl salads for two. La-da-dee.
All right, have fun, and hey, don't let her rip your face off.
I won't.
Mike, the peepers want us.
Ah, that was a good one.
Please, we are not peepers, we're observers.
There is a victor. Excellent. Give her the sword.
Now, you must vanquish your opponent.
Vanquish, what?
You have earned his death.
Well, I'd really just rather have an all sport.
It is required by our law that you terminate the hairy one. Use the sword.
Well, okay. No, I won't. It is required by your laws, not ours. We are human. We may not have evolved to your level of intelligence yet. And yes, we often stumble in our quest to do right, but at least we strive for compassion, for kindness, and yes, for love. There, I've said it and I wouldn't take it back. Being human isn't about killing in cold blood those who are helpless, though I have in fact done that. I probably shouldn't have. Being human is about watching the sun rise and set, about the quality of mercy, and yes, again, about love. Being human isn't about eating lots of pills and carrying your brain around in a salad bowl. Being human is about the feeling one gets when you see what...
You forgot I'm not human.
Oh, that tears it, McGilla. You are so dead, I can't believe it.
It may be time to end this, observers.
Shall I schedule the dissections?
Excellent idea, observer.
Thank you, observer. And you too, observer. Tune in next week.
Observe your local listings.
I'll skewer you, you big stinky cheater!
Produced in association with the Sci-Fi Channel.